Every relationship hides a story, and every story carries pain. Welcome to Cheating Stories Insights, where truth bleeds through words. The phone rang just past midnight, sharp, unfamiliar, a sound that seemed to split the silence of my house in half. I almost didn't answer. But something inside me already knew this wasn't a call I could ignore. "Sir, this is the police station. We've found your missing son at a bus stop. Please come pick him up." My breath stalled. "A son? I don't have a son." "You've got the wrong number," I said flatly. But the officer only repeated, slow and deliberate, "Please come." And then the line went dead. That was the beginning of it, the fracture, the first tremor of something vast waiting under the surface. When I walked into the station, the air felt heavy, too still, and then I saw him. A boy, 8, maybe 9, thin, pale, his hands wrapped around a paper cup of water, his eyes, my eyes, lifted to meet mine, and I froze. The officer's words slid past me, something about finding him alone, something about his name, his bag, the way he said my last name as if it was carved into him. But none of it mattered. What mattered was the silence roaring in my head. Because he looked like me. More than resemblance, it was recognition. The line of the jaw, the slope of the nose, the unmistakable bloodline. And I knew, in that instant, that my life wasn't what I thought it was. When I brought him home, she was waiting, my wife. Her face drained of color the second she saw him standing in the doorway beside me. She didn't ask who he was. She didn't pretend confusion. She just broke. That told me everything. For days I said nothing. Silence was my ally. I let her twist in it, watching her stutter excuses that never quite formed into sentences, watching her hands tremble when she thought I wasn't looking. But inside, I was burning. Every look at the boy was a blade twisting deeper. Every reflection of myself in him tore through the careful fabric of the life I'd built. Infidelity, lies, a double life threaded so close to mine I hadn't seen it. But now the threads were unraveling, and I would follow them to the end. I began quietly. Documents, hospital records, his birth certificate. The father's line, blank. But the mother's name, not blank. My wife's name, written in black ink, undeniable. I traced back the dates, the months, the overlap. She had been mine and his at the same time. And the boy? Conceived while I believed in her loyalty, raised in secret, hidden in shadows until the illusion cracked. I didn't rage, I didn't scream. I collected, piece by piece. Evidence like stones in a wall I was building to bury her. DNA was next, a swab from his cheek, a quiet submission to the lab. When the results came, there was no shock left in me. 99.9%. He was mine, and she had kept him from me for years. The betrayal wasn't only the infidelity, it was theft. She had stolen a son from his father and forced him into the dark. That I couldn't forgive. The night I confronted her, she was sitting at the table, hands folded as if she'd been rehearsing for hours. I dropped the envelope between us. The papers slid out. Birth certificate, DNA report, photocopies of phone records, hotel receipts. Her face went white. "Say it," I told her. Her lips trembled. "I didn't know how to." I leaned closer. "You didn't tell me because you never wanted me to know. You wanted him to stay yours and his." The silence stretched, and then, finally, she whispered the truth. The boss, the affair, the child she couldn't explain away. But the boy wasn't his. He was mine. The irony cut sharper than any blade. She had betrayed me with another man, and in that betrayal created a life tied to me alone. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't strike her. I just let her words rot in the air between us. That was enough. The next morning, I changed the locks, packed her things into boxes, left them on the porch. When she came home from work, she found her life dismantled. Her screams bounced against the door I would no longer open. The boy sat inside, silent, watching her unravel through the glass. And I stood there, beside him, unmoving. It was her turn to know what it felt like to be erased. I gave her nothing, no fight, no closure, just absence. Because absence is louder than rage. It lingers, it gnaws, and she would spend the rest of her life staring into that absence, knowing she had done it to herself. Now the boy sleeps in the next room, breathing steady. He doesn't understand yet. He doesn't know the full weight of what brought him here. But I do, and I carry it with a strange calm. I didn't ask for him. I didn't know he existed. But now that I do, he's mine. She can keep her guilt, her shame, her empty bed. I have something she cannot touch anymore, a son. And when I close my eyes at night, the image of her face as the truth unraveled is the only justice I need. The silence that follows betrayal isn't emptiness, it's freedom, and I've finally claimed it.